Yeah, okay.
There's been a lot of YouTubers quitting.
I'm taking a break for some time. I don't know when or if I come back, but
Why is everybody quitting? Is this the end of YouTube? Is this the end of the internet? The only way that I could contribute was to make my own video and kind of summarize these 3 videos right here that I watched, because I watch a lot of YouTube. I work in YouTube as an editor for a lot of different people. And because of that, I have, I think, a unique point of view that can kind of contribute to this larger conversation of
YouTuber quitting videos.
In all of these quitting videos, people highlight the fact that, hey, this is a dream job. And I think some people might even feel bad that they're quitting or they're not happy when working their dream job. As Tom Scott said, you know, that will sometimes turn into a job, and that's okay. But it doesn't make sense to work your dream job and then not enjoy it. Like something's got to change. I think it should be noted that these quitting videos are not technically quitting videos. They're more so videos of people saying, hey, what I'm doing right now is not working. I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied. But they're not actually quitting. They're kind of stepping away or stepping aside. They feel kind of trapped. They feel trapped in their upload schedule. They feel trapped in the types of videos that they're making. And I think what people will soon realize is that there's not actually a trap. The game Minecraft is considered a sandbox game. It's kind of like open world, choose your own adventure, right? YouTube is that as well. Nobody is telling you what videos to make. No one is telling you when to upload them. You just kind of get to do whatever you want, which is obviously a blessing and part of what makes this a dream job. But in some ways, it's also a curse because you have to self-impose all of these rules. And sometimes they're just too strict. Like in the example of Tom Scott, he did weekly uploads for 10 years. That's incredible for him to do, but probably not the most mentally healthy thing.
I'm so tired.
In Marquez's video, he made an analogy.
It's like a treadmill. And the skill of being a video creator in this world where if you want it to be a job, you have to keep going and keep moving forward and keep making things and sharing things. The skill is finding what speed on the treadmill actually works for you.
Basically, Marquez makes this long analogy about how when you start out as a YouTuber, most people think, okay, let's just put it at the highest speed and run as fast as we can. But you quickly realize, or you realize over some number of years that, hey, I can't keep up this speed. I can't keep up this upload schedule, and something needs to change. And that's the point where these people that are quitting, that's where they're at. They're on the treadmill and they're like, holy shit, I got to get off here or something bad is going to happen. When someone starts to experience success on YouTube, they, like any other business, start scaling. They start hiring people, and quickly they realize after they hire all these people that
the less of your job is the original thing that we fell in love with, which is being creative. So how do you avoid that?
Thanks for asking, Marquez. I'll try to answer that for you.
We're all kind of figuring this out as we go along. And that is why I think so many people are making videos about this trend, is that everyone subconsciously is starting to realize like something needs to change about this platform for it to be good enough for the creators, but also to be enjoyable for the viewers. Because I'm somebody that watches a lot of YouTube, and I think over the past 6 months is the least amount of YouTube that I've ever watched, because it just kind of feels a little bit stale as a platform. And that's not to criticize any singular creator. It's just everyone, I think, is so worried about being successful and getting the views that they're not willing to maybe go outside of their comfort zone a little bit, which is completely understandable. And I get it as someone that occasionally makes their own video. When you upload something and it doesn't do well, it's not like a positive feeling. You're not like, oh, awesome, that's really cool that, 10 people watched my video. You feel like shit. And it doesn't help when the YouTube studio has this metric that essentially takes every single upload and ranks it from 1 to 10. 1 being like, hey, this is your most viewed video over the first 24 hours, 10 being the worst. And it doesn't seem kind of fucked up until you apply that to another aspect of your life. So, for example, take the past 10 days and start to rank them from 1 to 10. And it's pretty easy to realize that, hey, I've had some 7s, I've had some 8s. Obviously, you don't want to have all 10s. You might want to go see somebody if that's the case. But you can't have all 1 out of 10s in life or really in anything, because that's just not how the world works. And this pressure that we put on ourselves of, hey, every single video has to be the most viewed video that I've ever made is unrealistic and unhealthy.
I'm so tired. I did get close to burning out, but fortunately I always knew when to step back from the brink.
As creators, we have to realize that, hey, these external things, while they obviously matter, everybody needs to make money, everybody needs to get their videos viewed to make money, you can make more and be less happy. I think that's evident by all these people that are quitting from YouTube. You have control over all of this. And that doesn't mean that it'll be easy. Like, if I upload this video and it gets 50 views, I'm going to be upset about it. But there's some intrinsic part of me that will be happy that I thought about these things and said it and made it into a video. And I don't know what that looks like for you or any other specific YouTuber, because it's so highly individualized, but just realizing that, hey, this is, a choose your own adventure career, and you can do anything you want with it. And that doesn't mean that anything you do will make you super successful. But if you find kind of a zone to operate in, or to use Marquez's analogy, a speed on the treadmill that works for you over the long term.
God damn it!
The Rick Beato, I don't know how to say his name, the old head video.
I don't feel the stress because I make videos on things I'm interested in. If I always just follow that, it never becomes a job.
The older person perspective is such a breath of fresh air on the internet because it's such a kind of youth dominated space. Lastly, and this is not directly related to any of those 3 YouTube videos that I spoke about. Instead, it's a song by Tyler, the Creator. And the song is called Heaven to Me. And basically, he is looking forward, but also back about what heaven looked like or looks like to him at certain periods in his life. And heaven, might be too much of a word for what we're talking about right now, but like, what does ideal look like? And if you're working as a YouTuber, or if you have your own business, or if you're working just a kind of more traditional 9-to-5 job, like, what does ideal look like? And start to kind of try and move closer to that, because you can sometimes lose track of that by trying to keep up with the Joneses and all the external things in life, because it's hard not to. And I think that's all that I have to say.
Have a good time. Enjoy life.